Hi, and welcome. It is Thursday, June 29th, 2017. My name is Doris, and this is the Knit and Purl Podcast, episode 128, The Shawl Show. And you'll see why that's the name. You can find the show notes for this podcast on knitandpurl.net. The Purl is P-E-A-R-L. In social media, I am One Fine Cow, all spelled out, on Ravelry and on Ravelry and Twitter. I am One Fine Design, the number one, on Facebook and Etsy, and I am Doris M. Smith, all lowercase and smooshed together, on Instagram. This podcast has a Ravelry group, which is the Knit and Purl Podcast group, which is also linked in the show notes along with all the social media things. You can go click, follow me, go click on the Ravelry group and join the group for all the fun stuff. Next is the Ravelry group birthday shout outs. These are birthdays from today until July 12th, and we have a lot. So let's get started. Pocketses, who is Sharon, her birthday is tomorrow. Sally Rawlings, who is Sally, her birthday is also tomorrow. Pickles 58, who is Karen, her birthday is on the 3rd of July. Squeaky J 7, who is Joyce, her birthday is on the 4th of July. Knit Crochet Mad, who is Marie, her birthday is on the 7th of July. OCD Birder, who is Laura, her birthday is on the 10th of July. Purple 711, who is Karen, her birthday is on 711, 711. And finally, Jelias, and I probably didn't say that right, who is Margaret, her birthday is on July 12th. So happy birthday, ladies. I hope that you have a wonderful day, that you get to do all the things you want to do, get to spend time with friends and family, that you get a lot of yarny, fibery goodness as gifts, and that you eat birthday cake, if that is what you like, or your version of a birthday cake. How about that? So happy birthday. And if you do not share your birthday or that information on Ravelry and you have a birthday during this time, happy birthday to you as well. Before I go any further, I would like to thank new and returning viewers. If you are new to this podcast, there is a subscribe button somewhere, and then there's a thumbs up over there. If you find anything of entertainment or inspiration, please also join the group, do all that stuff, and I would thank you so much. Next up, we are doing a June, July, and August finished objects, knit along and crochet along. The object is to use the most yardage or grams. So in June and July, all the entries will be, the winner will be picked by random number generator from all the entries, and you have 2 more days to get some finished objects in that thread, and I will soon start a July thread. Okay, let me just keep chatters welcome and encourage on the thread, so chat it up and encourage each other. Also, double and triple dipping is welcome. There's a lot of people doing a lot of contests to use up stash, so please feel free to enter that stuff into our group and into our threads as well for a chance to win prizes. I said prizes for each month by random number generator. For June and July, the prizes are a set of my stitch markers of your choice, and you get to pick, if I can find it, you get to pick from these 3 these 3 from Thank God for Bags. These three needle cozies. You get to pick which one you want from these three. And also a set of my stitch markers. You can go on my Etsy store and find out which one you like the best and let me know. Going down. Okay. In August, there will be a grand prize for the person who has used the most grams in total grams in the knit along, crochet along. That person will receive this beautiful bag. Should I pull it out? From Thank God for Bags. Those stitch minders or needle minders were also from Thank God for Bags. She graciously sent something to use as prizes for giveaways. This beautiful bag with a very beautiful zipper pull. And a very beautiful inside. Also, you will see my finished object of the other thing that the winner of the grand prize winner will receive. So, instead of messing with all of this, I'm going to set it over here to be taken care of later. So please, triple dip, double dip, add your projects to our threads for a chance to win some pretty awesome prizes. So next on our list for today is Story of the Week and Stash Enhancement. Not much to tell, no new stash. We did have a family gathering for Father's Day. It was wonderful. The weather was good. I did work as my regular schedule, and I did a good amount of knitting and crocheting and finishing things. But before we get to that, next up is the Health Pearl. And this week it is 5 healing spices. Open. As I open it up, sorry. I found these in Stumble, so here's what the page looks like. There you go, 5 healing spices. So if you want, I'm not going to read the whole article, that would just be too long. But this guy, he's a biochemist, born and raised in India, shares his passion for aromatic spices and their extraordinary health benefits. And then here are 5 favorites available at any grocery store that can help treat and prevent surprising number of diseases. So the first one is cinnamon. The health benefits is it balances the blood sugar. And there's more that it does, but I don't want to read through the whole thing. I'm going to also read that it may also prevent and treat cancer, cholesterol problems, food poisoning, heart disease, hypertension, insulin resistance, polycystic ovarian syndrome, strokes, ulcers, vaginal yeast infections, and wounds. It tells you in this article how to buy it and how to have cooking tips. The second one is turmeric, which reduces inflammation. It may also help prevent and treat acne, allergies, Alzheimer's, arthritis, asthma, cancer, cholesterol problems, colitis, cystic fibrosis, depression, dementia, type 2 diabetes, eczema, eye infection is like flagellants, gallbladder disease, gout, gum disease, heart disease, high blood pressure, everything. It goes on and on. I need to get some turmeric. And again, it tells you how to buy it and how to cook with it. The third one is coriander, and it eases the health benefits, eases digestive discomforts. May also help prevent and treat bloating, cholesterol problems, colic, colon cancer, type 2 diabetes, diarrhea, eczema, flatulence, high blood pressure, irritable bowel syndrome, indigestion, insomnia, lead poisoning, liver disease, psoriasis, rosacea, stomach ache, and it says how to buy it, how to cook it, and then the next one is number 4 is fennel seed, calms menstrual cramps. It can also heal or help prevent or treat Alzheimer's disease, arthritis, cancer, colitis, dementia, glaucoma, heart disease, high blood pressure, unwanted hair growth in women. What is this? Fennel seed. Again, it gives cooking tips and how to buy it. The final one is ginger, which quiets queasiness. It can also help prevent arthritis, or help prevent or treat arthritis, asthma, cancer, cholesterol problems, heart attack, heartburn, indigestion, migraines, morning sickness, motion sickness, nausea, stroke, and elevated triglyceride. Okay, so this is a pretty good article for people who are interested in holistic, natural ways to fight diseases. So that is the Health Pearl. So we're going into finished objects now. So, I'm trying to look at my time. Okay, first finished object. Who's this? A teeny tiny granny square out of scraps that you may or may not recognize. Sparkly! This is the last bit of, well, not quite the last bit, but the last bit of the sparkly stuff from the shawls that I've made. So, the second finished object is going to be one of the grand prizes. I finished Diabolical Yarns fiber. It is a Cheviot fiber. The color is Flamingos on a Croquet Lawn. I got 208 yards of a 2-ply. And this will be the grand prize, another piece of the grand prize. It's so pretty, greens and yellows and reds. I'm going to open it up so you can see it a little bit better. There's a little thick and thin, but it's mostly pretty even. It'll make a nice project to knit with other yarns or just by itself. I told Ted, oh, I really want this, but this is a nice gift and I'm willing to part with it for my lovely viewers and group members who are very supportive. So there you go. That's just a piece of it. August, the grand prize for the most grams used in the months of June, July, and August. So that was a very enjoyable knit. The spin. The Cheviot is a very, it's got a good staple length. It's really easy to spin. So, next finished object is my scrappy memory virus shawl. Dun, 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 dun. And here it is. The virus shawl is a free pattern on Ravelry. I love this. I don't remember when I finished it, but it has kept me nice and warm in the cold office. Again, if you are new, you don't know the significance, this color, which you can't really make out the patterning, is from a mermaid tail that I knit in December. This pink is part of a mermaid tail I knitted for the granddaughter Sophia. The blue is just some blue that I had in stash that I knit a hat from. Again, the pink is the mermaid tail, and the sparkly pretty blue is also from the mermaid tail. I love it. It's not, it's going to keep me lovely warm. Finally, the last finished object. Oh, and she won't be able to get it. Anyway, she'll get it in a couple of days. Is the modified Cozy Schlanket, which is a paid for pattern. The Cozy Schlanket is the paid for pattern on Ravelry by Knitting Expat from the Knitting Expat podcast. I modified the pattern because I didn't want to switch colors. I wanted to use a Karen cake. So I took out all the transitions and just knit more on each of the pattern sections to make this. It's beautiful, it's lovely, it was wonderful. If you have never knit or the Cozy Schlanket, I would recommend it. If you like big, comfy shawls that will keep you warm and cozy, it's a wonderfully easy to follow pattern. This was my first mystery knit along and I enjoyed all of it. This is my second modified. Sorry, I'm looking at that. This is my second modified Cozy Schlanket. It's done. That is 2 shawls off the needles in the last 2 weeks. So that is, let me see if I need to tell you anything. The virus shawl is a free pattern on Ravelry by Julia Marquide. Scrap yarns. Okay, diabolical. Okay, that is all the finished objects. Works in progress. The cowl, I did maybe 4 rows on, but I'm just gonna take it out real fast. Oh, nope, that's not it. That's something else. In my bag, my tourist bag from Thank God for Bags. She does birthday kits now, so please go look at her shop. And there's my little awesome bag for small, like one one skein project. So this is my cowl that I'm just knitting just knitting it as I go, coming up with the patterning as I go. Here's where I was the last week. Still haven't finished the sock ball. There's where I was. So I haven't finished. I've done maybe 4 rows. Nope, 6. 6 rows. So I did a garter ridge, and then I did a stockinette ridge, another garter ridge, and then I started this basket weave type patterning. And that's what I'm doing now. The yarn is Heritage Prints. Cascade Yarn Heritage Prints. The color is Numbers, which I'll try to hold up to the camera. There you go. Sorry about that. But there they are. So, not much love on that. But I did do some, so put that over there. Since I opened this one, I will show you this one. It is a crochet project. I didn't want to, I had to. I frogged the angel hat, okay? So I started another virus from the angel hat, and I'm just going to work it with scrap yarns. It's going to be another scrappy shawl, another scrappy virus. I'm using, like I said, these are actually Karen Simply Soft, and this is, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. So this so far is all sparkly. It's going to go into other colors, like I just like going through my scraps and getting them done. And I do love this shawl. I use it. I use my sparkly one a really lot in the mornings when it's chilly. To me, 60 degrees going out the door, 56 degrees going out the door is chilly, and so I throw on my sparkly virus shawl and head out the door. And I have it at work when I'm chilly. So this is the virus shawl. Again, it is a free pattern on Ravelry by Julia Marquette. I don't say her name right. Link in the show notes. You can click on the pattern and find it. It is not a written pattern per se. You'll click on the link and it'll take you to a video tutorial, which is awesome if you if you're a novice crocheter and you don't follow patterns well. She gives you step-by-step, left-handed and right-handed. So go try this beautifully awesome pattern. It's wonderful. And it makes a wonderful shawl. So that is the third shawl you've seen. The fourth, this is actually the third work in progress, the fourth wrap or shawl. I was starting to tell you about this. I was enabled by Corgi from the High Fiber Diet podcast. She posted this on Instagram and I had to have it. I had to do it. This is the Summer Love Wrap, which is a free pattern on Ravelry by KEF Knits. It's gorgeous. It's obviously going to be wider than what's on the needles. I love it. It took me a little bit to get a rhythm to the pattern, and I started it like 3 or 4 times before I finally figured it out. So I've just started it, but it's a beautiful, and I can't wait to have the finished object. The yarn is just some loops and threads, impeccable, big. The color is Aaron. I don't know if you can see that. I can't see, so hopefully you can. It's just a pretty cream color. And I love it, and I just want it to be done so I can wrap around it. Wrap it around me. The needles are just some 10.5 straights from Walmart. I don't know what brand. They're just the cheapy Walmart needles. So that's shawl number 4. Final finished, or work in progress, that is in my fat squirrel bag. So this was, I was enabled by Funko Boy, who showed this. I don't have the pattern. The pattern is linked in the show notes. It is the Suki shawl, which is a free pattern on Ravelry by, it's SOCHI shawl. Free pattern on Ravelry by Aspen Knits. The yarn is a Karen cake called Cherry Chip. The needles are Chagu US 9s, 46-inch circular. So now that I've given you all the information, let me show you this beautiful piece of shawl. This, I feel like, is like the most perfect project for this color and this Karen cake, because I love the colors of this Karen cake, and I wanted it to be something special, and I think this pattern is going to be gorgeous in this color. So, to tell you a secret, I've knitted the same portion twice. Because the pattern, I were not communicating well to start with. And I kept having holes where there shouldn't be holes. So I decided, Ross from Funko Boy, or from Smells Like Yarn podcast, and I'm like, let me see what he says about, his knitting of this pattern, because I'm having trouble, and maybe, nope, he said it's knitting perfectly. I went on Ravelry, looked at pages for this pattern, and nobody had problems. So I finally decided, I was at this point, and I ripped it out, and I started again, and I've had a few little too many stitches, but for the most part, I corrected that, and it's absolutely gorgeous and fun to knit. Most people do one Karen cake to finish it. I'm probably going to break into my other one because I want a big, comfy, awesome shawl. This is a crescent shawl. It will end up being a crescent shawl with these beautiful chevron pattern. Most people do like 9 pattern repeats, or for the one cake. I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern repeats. I don't think 4 more is going to be big enough for me. So I'm probably going to break into my second Karen cake, but it's gorgeous. I love the pattern. I want it to be done. And look at this yarn. That looks like cherry chip. That looks like a piece of chocolate. Love it. That is all of my works in progress. So we're going on to Pinterest. I don't believe there's going to be a stumble today because, and my camera, well, you can tell I've changed things around a little bit. But anyway, it's just a podcast about my knitting. It's not a big deal. Okay. I did start some spinning on my gift fiber that I got from Australia from Judy and Louise. And I started filming fiber to yarn. It will be one video that I will just splice everything together and we'll have a spinning video. I started that. So stay tuned. Pinterest is some cute little fun things. The first one is a poster that I love and I wanted to share with you. That moment when you are supposed to be cleaning, but you pick up the yarn to tidy and you accidentally knit a hat. Yeah, who needs a clean house anyway? Okay, go back. The other one is 4th of July related. There is 25 plus. What? Reward Center. Come on now. 25 plus 4th of July knit patterns. They knit up fast. I want to show the one, well, where is it? That caught my eye. One moment, please. And, well, here you go. It's a bottle cozy. That shouldn't take long to whip up. And there's a link below with a picture to the pattern. It's a Ravelry pattern. And look at that pretty poncho. So anyway, if you're interested, click on the link in the show notes. Go over and have a peek. I didn't get a stumble. So I'm going to leave you with again. Thank you for spending your precious time with me today. And there is a link in the down bar and in the bottom of the show notes to my Etsy store. Please go take a look, like some things, and if you find something that you can't live without, I will happily sell it to you and ship it to you as soon as I possibly can. Don't forget also, for the people participating in the June knit along, you can go look at the stitch markers, find out ones that you want, and be ready to pick your winning prize when you win. Okay guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.